not sure what's going on here. My hair always looks like trash in these videos. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Haley and today I have a very exciting and highly requested video for you. This is going to be another video about my breast reduction. I made a part 1 a few years ago right after I got the surgery, and a lot of you guys left a lot of comments and reached out to me on Instagram with more questions, and so thank you for doing that if you did. If you haven't seen that video, I would go watch it. I gave a lot of backstory and information on why I got the surgery and sort of the leading up moments to my recovery, and I have a few videos that I took at the hospital. So if you haven't seen that, go check it out. But I definitely wanted to make an updated video for you guys. I said this in the first video. I wanted to create these videos in the first place because when I was getting the surgery done, there were not many other young females on this platform sharing their story, and so it was hard for me to kind of find information, and so I want to be able to give information to those who are looking to get the surgery or maybe just thinking about it for the first time. So without further ado, let's jump into it because I have a lot of questions to answer for you guys. Okay, I have my laptop here, so if I'm looking over here. The first question is, what was the process of getting approved for the surgery? So I had a history of neck and back pain, which I talk about in part 1. And so all I really had to do was talk to my primary care physician and be referred to a surgeon. And then I had a consultation where he took pictures and sent the photos to insurance to be approved, because insurance did pay for my surgery. I think my parents ended up paying about $3,000 out of pocket for the hospital stay and the anesthesia, which is not included. Along with that, the doctor vouched for me and said that I needed this surgery and that he recommended it. Who was my surgeon? My surgeon was Alfonso Camberos. He is part of Sharp Hospital in San Diego. I did really like him. He made me really comfortable. He seemed to know what he was doing, and he offered me a lot of references. So yeah, that was my doctor. Okay, this is probably my most asked question. It's, did it hurt and what did it feel like to be put under? They did it intravenously, and it was actually really weird because you watch Grey's Anatomy and you watch other shows and you see them like prep the patient and then they roll their patient into the OR room, and then like the patient is just like laying there and gets put under. No, I literally like got the IV put in, so they just put the IV in before the anesthesia, and then I walked in my hospital gown into the OR room, stepped up onto the table, climbed up, and they told me like where to lay, and then the girl didn't even tell me she was doing it, which didn't bother me. I'm not like afraid of being put under or anything, which I know some people are. But she was asking me, where do you go to school? I said, oh, UC Irvine. She's like, what's your major? And I remember saying international studies and Spanish, and I just fell asleep. And when I woke up, I was super groggy. It didn't feel like the groggy after getting your wisdom teeth out where you're all like loopy. I just kind of was like out of it. And so yeah, that's kind of what it was. It was a 4-hour surgery. I just woke up to the nurse asking me if I had any pain, and then right after that, my mom came in. What was the recovery process like, and what did they prescribe you? So the first night, my doctor recommended that I stay in the hospital overnight so that he could monitor and make sure everything was okay. Granted, looking back, I probably didn't need to do that, but it made me feel really comfortable being there and knowing that I had like nurses and doctors able to help me if anything went wrong. But I didn't need drains. Some people get drains to drain the excess fluid and blood. But usually my doctor said when you are young and you have a good immune system, your body knows how to regenerate and heal itself. It just depends on your body and your age group. They prescribed me Percocet, and I had never taken Percocet before. I ended up taking it for the first 2 days, so while I was in the hospital, and then a day after when I went home, and I have a really high pain tolerance, so I ended up not taking the Percocet, and I used like other homeopathic like pain remedies, but basically the recovery process was one night in the hospital, and then I went home and I had to wear a nursing bra, so like what pregnant women wear, and it's like a really soft bra that clips in the front. I had gauze on top of all the stitches and stuff, and basically for recovery for a whole week you can't shower, and you're not like removing the gauze or taking off the bra at all. You're just keeping it all like there intact. It felt really weird not to shower. Of course I was using like baby wipes and like washcloths on my body, but it was just weird knowing, like, I didn't know what was under the bra. I didn't want to look. But after that, when I was able to shower, there was a lot of like blood stained on me around my nipples and underneath my breasts. And so I got to kind of like wash that off with a washcloth. And my recovery was actually so quick and so fast. That's what I was most nervous for, was feeling like really shitty and feeling like pain, and I felt no pain in my breast area. A lot of people say after they get like boob jobs that they feel like someone was sitting on their chest. I didn't feel that at all. The only thing was like raising my arms above my head. I wasn't supposed to do that, and if I did try and do that, it kind of felt like not tearing, but like stretching of skin, and it was uncomfortable. But overall, my recovery process was super, super quick. How many post-op visits did you have? I had 3 post-op visits. The first visit was 7 days after the surgery. I came in and they removed the gauze, and that's when they kind of gave me the okay to shower. And I remember taking a picture in the bathroom after they took off the bra and the gauze, and I was like all bruised up and yellow and purple, and it looked so gnarly, like all the blood was crusted on me, and it looked so scary, but I wasn't in pain like at all. Like it looked so much worse than it felt like. And then the second post-op was to make sure that the stitches were dissolving okay. If they weren't, they had to like pull some out. Again, didn't hurt. And pretty much all of my stitches dissolved on their own. I do have one on the side here that like is a little bubble. I guess it never dissolved, or it kind of created a pocket of skin. But they pretty much all dissolved on their own. And then the last post-op visit was like weeks later, just to ensure that everything was going smoothly, that I felt okay, and that everything looked good. When could I leave the house and move around? So like I said, my recovery process was super quick. I was like up and out of the house maybe 9 days after the surgery. As soon as like I could shower and they looked good to go, I was out and about. Obviously I was still wearing my nursing bra. That's super important. You don't want to mess with the recovery process in any way by not wearing a bra or putting on like a bralette or anything like that. But I did it over winter break in my junior year of college, and so I got the surgery on like December 13th, and I had to be back at school by January like 7th or something like that. And so I was back at school pretty much normal. The only things was that I couldn't lift anything over my head, and I wasn't supposed to lift anything over 5 pounds. So I didn't wear a backpack to school, or if I did, I had like my friends carry my books and my things. I had a note for all my teachers so they knew. But yeah, my recovery was super quick, pretty painless, and I was up moving around. I think I went to a bar like 2 weeks after the surgery. Okay, another question that I get asked all the time is, how did the scars look? Did you use scar cream? All that. So my scars, I feel like, are not bad at all. I don't mind how they look. The ones around the nipple basically healed and look like a regular nipple, and then the ones underneath, you can only tell if I lift up my breasts and I'm like, look at these scars. You can sometimes see the scars on my sides next to my armpits because they had to cut all the way over there in like bathing suits and bras, but it's really nothing noticeable. A lot of people tell me that they don't even notice until I point it out. I did use scar cream, but I have to be honest, I was so bad about it. But honestly, like, I'm not really a person that's freaked out by scars, so it didn't really bother me that much. Were there any risks that you were affected by? Okay, so this is probably the one thing about the entire surgery that maybe didn't go as planned, and that is that I have never regained feeling or sensation in my nipples. That is one of the risks that the doctor told me, because they are fully removing your nipples off of your breasts and then sewing them back on. Usually after surgery you have no feeling in them, and then after 9 months to a year after the surgery you should regain feeling or not. It's been 2.5 years and I haven't regained feeling. Although it is a bummer, I would exchange no feeling in my nipples for smaller breasts that like fit my body and are proportional any day. Of course I wish I could feel, and I wish I had sensation in my nipples, but that's just kind of the hand that I was dealt, and it doesn't really bother me. But if you are looking to get a breast reduction, that is something that you could potentially have happen and that you should consider. Okay, what size are you now, and did they shrink or grow at all? So before the surgery, as you'll see in part 1, I was a 30I. And now I am a 30 double D, triple D, depending on like what kind of bra and where I'm shopping. I got 2.2 pounds taken out. So 1.2 out of the left breast and 1 pound out of the right, because the left was a little bigger. But I'm super pleased with how big they are. They're still considered large, but they're so much smaller than before, and I just feel like my body is so much more functional and so much more proportional, and I definitely like got exactly what I wanted out of the surgery. I remember I mentioned this in part 1. I told the doctor the only thing that could make me upset or that could go wrong in this surgery is that they aren't small enough. And that's when he knew that like I was ready for all the ramifications of this surgery. Right after the surgery, obviously your breasts are going to be very swollen. So they did shrink since I got the surgery, but nothing like major. They didn't like deflate or anything. I probably was like a trying to think like size wise, I was probably like a size or 2 bigger than they are now, but after about like 6 months to 9 months they like fully kind of settle down and heal, and that's like the size that you're probably going to be forever, unless I have no idea if I have kids if they're going to get bigger. If that happens, I will have to cross that bridge when I get there. What kind of bras do I wear now? Let me pull out some of the bras that I wear. Okay, so starting off with the bra that I wore the most often right after the surgery, when I wasn't allowed to wear a bra with underwire yet. So for a few months, and I don't know the exact time, I know it was a few months that I couldn't wear a regular bra with underwire, so I had to wear bralettes, and I got a bunch of these bralettes from Target that are so comfortable, so soft, and oh, can I get it? It looks like this. I got them in a few different colors, and they just have like, the thing that I like about these is that they still give support because they have this band at the bottom, so they kind of, that goes around and then this holds you up. I got all of mine in the size medium, which is crazy, you guys, because every bralette that I've ever owned in my life, I've been like an extra large, XXXXL. So wearing a medium bralette was like a dream come true. So yeah, that's that. And then for regular bras, I'm going to show you 2 different ones. I only buy my underwired bras from Nordstrom because they will give you the most accurate sizing, and they will also customize any bras that you need to be made. Here is one. This is my black bra that I wear kind of often. It has some underwire, a nice soft cup, And then this one is, oh my gosh, this bra is honestly so old. This is a 32 Triple D. I got this one customized because I am a 30 and they usually don't make 30s in big cup sizes. So I got this one like cinched in a bit to be a 30. But yeah, I love this one. The brand is... Ooh, Chantel. Chantel makes awesome bras for women with big breasts, and they're so cute. They're not going to be like the grandma bras. So that's that one. This one is also Chantel. You guys, I love this brand. I forget. Because I only buy bras like once or twice a year, so I forget like how fun it is to shop for them and find one that like perfectly fits you. This is also a 32 Triple D. And this one is like so soft. This is my nude bra that I wear with like t-shirts. Even though I'm young, my goal is not to like push up my boobs and like have them in everyone's face. I just want them to be like nicely kept in. You know, I want them to be safe and snuggled. And then lastly, I'll show you some sports bras that I use. I just got this one. Actually, my friend Kelly ordered it and it didn't fit her, and she was like, who else do I know with giant boobs? This one is a Nike. I usually do not wear Razorback because they hurt my neck, but this one is like an already attached Razorback with these cups in the middle. So this one is a small DE. So I'm assuming she ordered like small is the width around, and then the DE is the cup. So there's that. And then I also use this one from Under Armour from Target that has like a bra clip in the back. So those are my bras. I find that living in Hawaii, I wear a lot of bralettes, but it is always nice to have bras with underwire that you can wear with t-shirts and everything. Okay, and the last question, which is always a popular question, is are you happy with the results? Was it worth it? So for me, I feel like I have wanted this surgery since I was 16 years old. And being able to get the surgery successfully when I was 20 years old has really been like the best decision of my life. I can fit into normal clothes and bathing suits now. I feel like my body is way more proportional. I just feel happier in my self-image. It did not take away any of my neck and back pain, unfortunately, but that is because I have other issues that don't even have anything to do with my chest area. But I always tell people it was 100% worth it, and I'm so glad that I was able to advocate for my health and get this surgery done, especially since it was covered by insurance. I'm so grateful that I had parents to back me up, family members, friends, and if you are thinking about getting this surgery, just make sure you educate yourself, and hopefully this video offered some sort of, I don't know, educational purpose, or made you feel a little bit more confident. Obviously, this was a huge cosmetic procedure, but I'm just so happy and grateful that I got it as young as I did, and I wouldn't change anything. If I could go back, I'd get it all over again. I would do it again. So with all that being said, I hope I answered all of your guys' questions. If you have more, please comment below. I would love to make a part 3, make as many videos as I can to inform anyone or just to appease your curiosity. So please like this video, subscribe if you would like. I make videos about my life here on Maui, all the adventures, yummy food I eat, all that good stuff. So thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Remember to be kind to yourself and to others. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.